Hello my friend, and welcome to my channel Faisal Azib. Let's now return to our code and learn how logical operators work in JavaScript. And let's actually use the Boolean variable from the last video. So the one about having driver license and having good vision. So we are gonna create a variable for each of them, and the first one will be has driver license. Oops, always host has driver's license. Okay, and let's start it by putting value to true. Oops, not like this, of course. And remember, this one was variable A. Okay, and let's create has good vision. And also let's initialize it to true. Okay, it is B. Remember, huh? So this one is A and this one is B. In the last video, when I have talked about them. So these were the two A and B variable that we use in the last video as an example. And so it's a good idea to use this here as well. Okay, but now let's get started with the AND and OR operators. Okay, so let's log to the console of using the AND operator of these two variables. Okay, so has driver's license, and now the AND operator in JavaScript is this one. Okay, these two characters. How to write the AND operator? Okay. So we can combine two logical value. So has driver license and has good vision. Okay, so I will just write here this one is the AND operator like this. So let's see what the result will be. So this one normally is true, right? So let's see this. I just save. Good. So the result of true and true should be true. Okay. So let's see if I change, for example, false. This one, for example. Okay. So remember, the result of true and false will be false because it's enough for one variable to be false, for the result of the operation to be false. Okay, for the AND operator, of course, huh? And so here we can now confirm that. So let's reload, and it is false. Good. But now let's see what it would look like with the OR operator. Okay, so I will copy this line. I put it here again. And now, how to write the OR operator? To write the OR operator, we use this character, like this. Okay? So here is how to write the OR operator. I will write it here, the same thing. This one is the OR operator. Okay, so again, true or false, what do you think it will be? Remember from the last video, it is true. Okay, so it's enough for one of the variable to be true, for the whole operation to become true for the OR operator. So I hope that's nothing new at this point. And of course, finally, we can also use the NOT operator to basically invert one of the values. And the not operator in JavaScript is like this. So just copy this one. I will delete one condition. Okay. So the not operator in JavaScript is with exclamation mark. Here is it. So I write it here again. Exclamation mark in JavaScript is not operator. Okay. Here is our different operator. And so as driver response will become, in this case, it will change from true to false. Let's check it, and it is false. Good. And now, since we know how all of this works, we can use this variable to take a decision. So let's say we want to determine whether Karim should drive or not. So let's create a new Boolean variable and use others to determine that. So let's say should drive. Should drive. Okay. And our model is that Karim should drive. If he has driver's license, at the same time has vision. Okay. So here, what we'll put here, equal, remember, has a driver license. So has a driver license. What is it? And also has a good vision. It means the AND operator has a good vision. Here is it. Good. And so as I mentioned in the last video, we can now use this Boolean variable and this Boolean logic to model complex situation. And this one is actually pretty simple, huh? But we will take it up a notch by the end of this video. So remember, model is that he has a driver license and that he has a good vision. Okay, and now we can use this variable to finally take the decision. So let's then use this Boolean variable here and say if should drive. So what I will do here, I will log to the console. Karim is able to drive. For example, Karim is able to drive. Okay? And if not, just log something else. So console.log. Someone else should drive, for example. Someone else should drive, for example. Okay? And actually, we can put this condition directly inside this if, directly. Okay? So this was just to show you a little bit to do the process, huh? But as I mentioned earlier, we usually create the condition right here in the if statement. That's what I will do now. So I will copy this one and I put it directly here. This is a normal case, and I will comment this one. So now let's run our program and to see the result. And we have someone else should drive. Why? Because this one is true and this one is false. Okay, so we go to the else block. As I said, it's only true in case that both of them, I will always this, only in the case both of them are true. So this one has good vision, is false right now. And so therefore the else block will be executed. But of course we can change it once more. So let's do it to true, and here think what we get here. So here both variables are true. So true and true is true. So Karim normally is able to drive, and let's see, it's good. Okay, good at this moment. And but this one working now perfectly. Let's take it to the next level and add another Boolean variable here. So let's add, for example, a variable called is tired. Okay, and I will set it to true. And this one will be the variable C, something like this. Okay. So to use more than two variables with, for example, the AND operator, let's just go ahead and copy this one, for example. Okay, and I put it here. And now, what I will do, I will add another OR operator for the variable is tired. Oops, I copy the both or only one. I copy the both like this for is tired. Okay, and the result of this should be, of course, be true, because why all of them are true. Okay, so indeed it's okay, that's the case. Okay, let's continue. And now if I set them to the end, then it is also true, because all of them are true. Okay, so here we also get true. But of course, if I change one of them to false, I got false. For example, I can do it here. Just for fun, because normally now you understand this concept. Okay, so where is it? Our false. So let's put it again to true. Something like this. Okay, so remember, we have about true and false when we get true and when we get false for both of them. And now we can use this to improve our decision making whether Karim should drive or not. So with this third variable now, we want Karim to be able to drive if he has driver license, if he has good vision, and if he is not tired. Right? It's very important. So let's now translate that into a condition. I will repeat what I want now. I want to Karim to be able to drive if he has a driver license, if he has a good vision, and if he is not tired. So now I will just copy this part of code. Now we comment this one. So here what I will do, I will get, of course, the same condition, and of course I will add another thing. I repeat, because I say Karim must have a driver license, so this one. Also must have good vision, this one, and additionally we want here to be not tired. Okay, so right now he is tired, it is true, and that's of course not good for driving. So we want the opposite of being tired, and so therefore we need to invert it. So do you remember how that works? All we need to do is to use, of course, the AND operator, and here we use the NOT operator of is tired. So simple. Here is it. So simple like this. So let's read this again. Karim is able to drive if he has a driver license. So if this one is true, if he has a good vision, so if this one is true, and if he is not tired. Okay, all of this, not just this one, all of this must be true. So only in this condition Karim is able to drive. Now, how is this part here true? Well, it's true when it's tired, of course, is false. Okay? So what do you think will happen in this situation right now? look very well the concept of a different variable. So let's set test and then analyze, and it is someone else should drive. Why is that? Well, this one is true, okay, and this one is true, okay, and is tired is true also, but when we invert it with a not operator, it becomes false. So if only one is false in AND operator, so all the result will be false. Okay, so here why we got this message here, because if this condition is false, so we go to this block. Okay, now to fix this we need to change is tired simply to false, and here we get our Karim is able to drive, because this one is false, so we invert it is true, so all of them are true now. So as you see, with these three Boolean operators, we can model all kinds of companies' decision like this one. Okay, now I know that this was probably quite confusing, but please don't worry too much, because it's all very confusing for everyone when they first learn how to program. Okay, just take some time after this video and analyze again exactly what happens here. Maybe also together with the last video to really make sure that you understand what is going on here. But of course, the best way to retain any knowledge is by practicing and reinforcing it. And so let's do that now in the next coding challenge that I have prepared for you. And here is the coding challenge. So there are two gymnastics teams, dolphins and koala. They compete against each other 3 times. The winner with the highest average score wins a trophy. So here is different task. Always I give you a task, and also here is different text data. I repeat, try to do it yourself, and maybe when I finish this section, I will put the solution on all of this challenge in the GitHub, of course, in the project fundamental one. Okay, each time when I finish the section, I will put the challenge. As I said, don't put it directly, because maybe you download it and you see the result. No, it is not my purpose. It's for you to check, to try, to see if you are able to resolve all this challenge or no. Okay, and don't worry if it doesn't case at this moment. Just rewatch the video related to the subject and try it again until you will resolve it 100%. Okay, so see you next video, inshallah, to continue our course. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel Faisal Azib, to follow me on Instagram teams.winners and faisal.chico, Telegram Learn Practice and Share, and Twitter's Teams Winners. Take care of us. I will tell you goodbye. Wassalamu alaikum wa barakatuh.